Hello friends, Andy C. Luda here, and I want to welcome you to Late Night Church Talk TV. That's right, Late Night Church Talk TV. Listen, I'm privileged, I am blessed to be able to wear multiple hats, and one of the hats that I wear is that of a video disc jockey. Now, the vast majority of my time is spent in my own pastoral career that I've been doing since 1977, 1978. I do pastor a congregation in New York City. I pastor a congregation on Long Island. I do a number of online educational initiatives. I have an online school, but part of my heart, part of my passion is music, especially music in the Christian community. And of course, I have a fondness and an affection for media. I began my career actually back in 1973, 1974, working with WNYE, that was Channel 25, on Tillery Street in downtown Brooklyn. I never lost my appetite and my love for media and television, and even though I went in a religious direction and pursued a theological career, I always stayed somewhat close to media. And so with the advent of the internet and high-speed cable and high-speed connectivity, I have over the years stayed very, very close. I operate a internet radio station. That's churchtalkradio.com. I've owned a low-power television station, the first African-American owned station in Columbus, Ohio, WO8BV, Channel 8. Did that for several years. It was just a wonderful time, even a wonderful opportunity. Now, I am back here in the place where I grew up on Long Island, and I'm doing Church Talk TV as a companion to Church Talk Radio. And so I come to you on Wednesday evenings with an assortment of musical messages and presentations because it is close to my heart. Now, this time last week, I was preparing for the Full Gospel Baptist Church Fellowship. Under normal circumstances, I would be traveling to a major city to spend 5 days with my denominational organization, the Full Gospel Baptist Church Fellowship, of which I am most proud to have been a founding member, a founding bishop of that organization, along with Bishop Paul S. Morton and 12 other gentlemen from around the country. And last week, because of the coronavirus, we were unable to meet as we normally do. But we did meet online. We had a wonderful time. A quick shout out to Bishop Joseph W. Walker III. He is our presiding bishop. And I want to commend and congratulate and applaud him on initiating this first virtual conference. It has pioneered a new paradigm, and I would suspect that organizations that are similar to the Full Gospel Baptist Church Fellowship, over the course of these next several months and weeks, you're going to see them do items that are strikingly similar to what the Full Gospel Baptist Church Fellowship pioneered last week. Another quick shout out to our founder, Bishop Paul S. Morton, out of Atlanta, Georgia, who we love dearly. And he recently celebrated a birthday. So let me take this time and this opportunity to wish my presiding bishop a most happy birthday. So here's what I've decided to do tonight on this late night Church Talk TV. I am honoring and applauding the Full Gospel Baptist Church Fellowship. And I want to go back into my archives. I want to go back into my library and bring you some material, not current material, that's available on some other platforms. And I do hope that you would go and check that out and take full advantage of the full pass and other opportunities that we have that will bring you up to date on what we have recently done. But I am actually the historian for the Full Gospel Baptist Church Fellowship. That is my official title and role that I play in the fellowship. And so since I am a historian, I thought tonight I would bring some historical events, exercises, and moments from past Full Gospel Baptist Church fellowships to you tonight. So I want to begin with a praise period, because one of the things that the Full Gospel Baptist Church Fellowship is known for, and that is having church. Now, those of us who are members, we come from a variety of places, a number of different Baptist organizations, Church of God in Christ organizations, Pentecostal organizations, holiness organizations, oneness organizations. But the common characteristic of the Full Gospel Baptist Church Fellowship for nearly 30 years now has been our ability to have authentic and high praise worship when we come together. So we're going to play maybe 3, 4, 5 minutes of a period of high praise. It comes on the heels of one of our outstanding speakers, and it will give you a sense of what we used to do when we came together. We certainly can't do that any longer. And of course, you're going to see us jam-packed. And so you know this is from the past, because we're not able to gather and assemble ourselves the way you're going to see in just a few moments. But this is some of the yesteryear history of the Full Gospel Baptist Church Fellowship. Beloved, do enjoy.
Where are my witnesses? Somebody shout, he thought I was the devil, so he cleaned me up inside, and now I'm free, I'm home. Somebody shout free, shout home. I need you to find 5 people. 5 is the number of grace. Touch 5 people and shout free. Shout home. Free. 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 Home. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell everyone I know. I'm going to tell it. I'm going to tell it. 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 I'm going to tell it. You can't tell it like I can tell it. 'Cause you don't know like I know what the Lord has done for me. I need you to get a rotor. Get a rotor by the hand. I need some runners in this house. I need some runners in this building. Somebody needs to run. You've been looking for your momentum. Grab somebody and tell them, neighbor, will you help me get my momentum back? Will you run with me? Will you run? Run with me. Will you jump slow? Run! Run! Run!
Go on for that for several more minutes. That was Pastor Lisa Ware. And since the occasion of her preaching at the Full Gospel Baptist Church Fellowship, she has been elevated to the office of bishop. She is one of my Episcopal students. This past year, I have spent several weeks with she and about 10 other new candidates, new faces, fresh voices in the Full Gospel Baptist Church Fellowship. I have been training them over the last several weeks. Now, this COVID-19 has displaced our training. We normally would have consecrated them to the office of bishop last week, but because of COVID-19, that is not taking place. However, on the 9th of August, early August, we're going to have a virtual consecration of our new bishops. And the young lady who you just saw preaching, leading praise and worship, that praise outbreak, is one of the individuals that will be consecrated to the office of bishop in the coming month of August. Listen, a wonderful, wonderful time. Let me go back just a little bit further, because a dear friend of our founder is none other than Bishop Marvin Winans. And he has graced and blessed our fellowship over these last nearly 30 years. He has been a regular either on the stage ministering or simply in the audience as a general supporter of our fellowship each and every year. And I want to go back into our library, into our archives. On this particular year, he ministered in a mighty and a marvelous way, and I am sure you're going to enjoy this. This is Bishop Marvin Winans at the Full Gospel Baptist Church Fellowship 2017.
Well, we give honor to the Lord and we praise God for his kindness to presiding bishop founder, and to the presiding bishop, to Bishop Blake, and to all of the bishops that are here. I praise God for the friendship and the fellowship of Bishop Paul S. Morton. Our families go back to the early 1900s, and I've known him all of my life. And I am just so proud for him leading the way. Every now and then a song comes along that just sort of blesses me. I didn't write it. It was Brian Courtney Wilson. And he sings a song, and I'll just do, eyes haven't seen, ears haven't heard, all you have planned for me. And nothing can separate me from your love, and there's so much more still worth fighting for. Bishop, eyes haven't seen, ears haven't heard, all you have planned for me. And nothing can separate me from your love when there's so much more still worth fighting for. This is not the end, but a commencement to a new beginning. Help me find my way. Bring me back to you.
Material that I am able to share with you. I could go on for several more minutes, but there are a few other persons that I want to share with you tonight before our half hour expires. Again, I am Andy C. Luter, and this is Late Night Church Talk TV. Church Talk TV is the companion broadcast property to Church Talk Radio, and we're located on Long Island. And the Lord has opened this door for us to minister in this particular kind of way. He's given us the means to have put together not only an internet radio station, but also an internet television station. That television station is viewable on Facebook. We do have a website, and we are also available on the Roku channel, which means that it is available and viewable on your home television. In that regard, let me give a quick shout out to Al Garvin and AG Sound Media. He is our engineer who handles our Roku maintenance and management. And I'm so grateful to him for making what I am doing available not only to you via the internet, not only to you via our website, not only to you via Facebook, but also on the Roku channel as well. Well, beloved, the Full Gospel Baptist Church Fellowship enjoys the patronage and the production of a number of artists that you're familiar with, but who literally grew up in the Full Gospel Baptist Church Fellowship. Our current Bishop of Worship and Praise, Bishop William Murphy III. You know him better as the recording artist that produced and gave us Praise Is What I Do. He grew up in the Full Gospel Baptist Church Fellowship, and of course a contemporary of his was Tasha Cobb, whom I'm sure you're all familiar with. And so I want to share a little of Tasha Cobb with you because she proudly declares her affinity and her affection and her allegiance to the Full Gospel Baptist Church Fellowship, and she credits the Full Gospel Baptist Church Fellowship for helping to have catapulted her career to where it is today. So again, we're going back into the archives of the Full Gospel Baptist Church Fellowship, sharing with you some of the musical majesty and genius of that fellowship, and we're doing so now with Tasha Cobbs. Let me share with you, and you'll notice that we continue to put churchtalktv.com at the bottom of the screen. And one of the reasons we do that is because of sometimes how uncertain the platform of Facebook is. And I here of late have begun to encourage as many viewers as possible to patronize, to follow, to connect with our website. Our website is a very reliable and stable platform, and when we run into hiccups and problems on Facebook, you can always rely and depend upon our website to deliver to you exactly what it is that we want you to know and exactly what it is that we want you to see. So let me kind of switch hats very, very quickly, as opposed to being the host of Church Talk TV, Late Night Church Talk TV tonight, and talk to you as the pastor and lead minister of the Queen's Ministry in New York City. Every Sunday morning at 9 o'clock. We are available on Facebook, but let me encourage you to go to our website. Our website is queensministry.org. queensministry.org. And we come on from 9 o'clock to just a little bit after 10. I know that's a very competitive, a very contested hour because so many ministries around the country are using that 9 o'clock hour. But we want to invite you to join us at 9 o'clock at queensministry.org. queensministry.org. That's our website. And again, I'm beginning to encourage as many people as possible to go to our website and to follow us on our website. I'm going to ask our engineer if his fingers are quick enough to kind of put that on the screen for you, queensministry.org. And then at 11 o'clock, because the Lord has blessed us with 2 congregations, I want you to visit us at HollywoodFullGospel.com. HollywoodFullGospel.com. That's our website. And again, even though we are on Facebook Live on Sunday morning, sometimes there's an issue with that. Sometimes there's a problem with that. But you can always go to our website where our stream is both reliable and dependable. And that's HollywoodFullGospel.com. So we actually have 2 website destinations for you to consider and that we want you to take note of. The first is queensministry.org, queensministry.org, and the second is HollywoodFullGospel.com. Now, we're on the Roku channel, we're on a website, we're on Facebook Live, and we're reaching out to you. We're trying to reach you wherever you are. But we do want you to know that our websites, we are encouraging patronage and support of our websites because those are the platforms that we probably have the greatest control over and that we have the least amount of problems with. So that's HollywoodFullGospel.com along with queensministry.org is where you can find us. And do check us out on those platforms as well. Now, I've got maybe 2 or 3 minutes. I'm going back to Full Gospel for about 2, maybe 3 minutes. And then I'm going to close with the last 4 or 5 minutes with our founder, Bishop Paul Morton, who I know you're going to enjoy. So let's do another little excerpt of the Full Gospel Baptist Church Fellowship, Yesteryear Glory. Then I want to come back with my closing and close out with our founder.
Making of DVD. Call and order now. Call 855-730.
Of the Lord is there's going to be a word from God.
This is a Word Network special presentation.
That's right. He is a way maker, a miracle worker. Friends, this is Andy C. Luter, and this is Late Night Church Talk TV every Wednesday night from 11 to 11:30. We come to you with an assortment of musical messages and presentations. We have done quartet, we have done choir, we have done old school. Tonight, we are remembering the Full Gospel Baptist Church Fellowship. I call it Yesteryear Glory. We've just come out of our fellowship on last week, and I just wanted to share with you some highlights and moments, not of last week. None of this is from last week. This is from 2016, 2017. But I wanted to bring to you some of the highlights of our Full Gospel Baptist Church Fellowship in years gone by. Now, I promised you that I would also include and close out with our founding bishop, Bishop Paul S. Morton. This gentleman literally changed my life when our paths crossed nearly 30 years ago. I was all in, and I am honored and humbled to be one of the founding bishops of the Full Gospel Baptist Church Fellowship, and I have a great regard for our founder. So here is Bishop Paul Morton as we close out for this evening.
Would you burn like a fire on this altar again? And would you release the rivers and send the rush of your wind? And our hearts are ready, and we will wait. Yes, Lord. Just open the heavens and release your rain. We need a downpour of your presence again. Let the well spring up again, oh Lord, 'cause our hearts long to know your power and release your rain. All over this room, our petition tonight is that heaven would be released over us tonight. Release your rain, pour it out, pour it out. Fire fall as we cry out. Open the heavens and Lord, release your